It's another day in the shop. We are starting one of the coolest projects we've ever done today. Well, we're not starting today. We started collecting stuff a while back, but we're going to get started building it today. So we're going to turn that and all of that into that. We're building a black walnut and epoxy conference table. It's going to be 4 feet wide, 11 feet long. It gets wood X-brace legs. That's what that's going to be for. These are the slabs for the top. Gets the 2 slabs, and then it's going to get poured epoxy all around there. We're going to pour 1 inch of black, and then once that cures, we're going to put clear above that so you can see some depth and clarity in there and see a little bit of the live edge on the wood and so on. We got to get those chunks out up there. We're going to clean them and sand them so that way we get the nice dark black walnut showing there before we put the epoxy on it, and then we'll cut them to size. We've got to build a mold. We took out material for that out in Bulldog. We're going to build a mold to put it in, clamp them down, and hopefully get the first pour done today. So, look at how heavy these things are. Oh boy, this is going to end badly. Oops. So I thought those were both going to fit through the planer. They are not. I could run them through the wide belt, which would take a whole bunch of grinding, but I could do that. However, I'm going to be flattening the table on the top anyway. So I think I might just go ahead and pour them. And then, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and pour them, and then I'll flatten it all off to the top. I'll still get to that raw wood. And then I'll be putting another epoxy pour on top of that. So yeah, I gotta clean up all these edges. We're gonna get on the table now. So we're gonna take a grinder and get off all this loose stuff here, damage from logging, whenever the tree was cut down, the loose bark and all of that. We're gonna get that all cleaned off nice. And then we gotta lay the 2 of them together and figure out where we're gonna cut them to get our size right. Well, it looks like I'm just walking around. I'm not really. We built the frame. This is approximately what the table is going to be, and then we're laying it on here, coming up with the best design and the best way to use our wood. So they want an angled river through here, not straight on, so we're going to cut this here. This one's going to be exposed in the end. We got that stamp there. It's kind of cool. And then we're going to take that piece that's cut off over there, and it's going to wedge in here on this side. So we're going to get her figured out here in a minute. Well, I got the last piece rough cut. So that there, and there. So now I gotta build my tray and get that ready to pour. But in the meantime, I just got interrupted. Got this little package here. See what kind of goodness UPS brought me today. Oh, my molder heads. There we are, little tiny package, 1,500 bucks. So that's the back profile. So most of these are made in high-speed steel, and I had an inlay cut in here so it has carbide, so it'll last a lot longer, get a lot more footage out of it. So yeah, that's the back cut, and I got 2 of each, so when one gets dull I can send them back in for sharpening, and we'll see what the other profiles look like. I need to sharpen my knife. So that is my front profile. Yes, it looks a lot like back profile, but it's not. They're a little bit different. And then that's my crown profile, so just like that. Alright, I just got to clean up this corner here and then that piece over there. Alright, so I got my boards all prepped up, the edge is done, ready to go. Now I gotta build my mold. So I'm gonna bring the material in, cut it on the table saw, and get that put together, cleaned up, and then I think we're ready to do a pour, unless I'm missing something. So I gotta build this table somehow. I think I'm gonna build it on carts and then I'll level it up after I get it put together. I think that'll be the easiest way. So we're taping the seams, otherwise the epoxy will all run out the bottom. Now we gotta put the edges on, and when we get that on, we'll start leveling it all up. Well, 3 gallons in. So these are to keep it held down so it doesn't float, because it's liquid and wood and all that, so it will float and then you got a problem. So that should hold everything down. We've got our next pour getting ready to go in.